going to be powder, translucent loose powder, silking setting powder, translucent loose powder over that, cheeks and a little bit of contour, and a little bit with lips. I forgot to mention that earlier. Oh yeah, we got to put our lips on. So I'll show you some tricks that I do with that. So first, let's just start with a little bit of setting powder, and I have some in my tray, and I use the Mary Kay all over powder brush for everything. And I'm just going to powder my face all over. Got it on this side of the face. Now I'm going to finish up on this side. Just put on my powder all over. I do avoid my eye zones, but I go in between and just powder all over. Then I pick up a little bit of translucent loose powder, put that on all over. The translucent loose powder is really nice if you just want to take some shine off and you don't want to put any other powder on. Some other cool things with translucent loose powder. Let's say you're getting ready for family pictures and your husband's got a shiny spot up on top, like he's bald. Powder it with a little bit of translucent loose powder. It just takes the shine off everybody. It's like the finishing touches on everything. And it works on all skin tones. So it's real magic. It's just a handy little thing to have around. Okay, I've got my all over powder on. Now the next thing, I'm going to put on a little bit of my blush. And I'm just going to smile and put a dab on the apple of my cheek like this. So you can kind of see it, a little bit over there. Then with the same brush, I'm just going to brush it off my hand. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the contour. And the contour I like to put just below it. A little bit of a stripe there, and then right down here along the jawline. See that? Then I'll go back with my all over powder brush and just kind of lightly blend those a little bit. That's how I like to do it, just so that there isn't an actual line there. Now here's a trick that I wanted to share with you. Remember that concealer brush that I talked about earlier and using the light ivory concealer? Well, I do a couple things with the residue that's on the brush, and I'll pick up a little bit of this. This isn't the light ivory, this is light beige. I want to notice how this side has a little bit of a brightness under my eye. I want to do that over here with concealer. Over everything, I just want to brighten this whole zone up a little bit. So I just pick up a little bit with the brush and tap it. And also because I have a little bit of just natural shadowing under my eye, I just want to brighten this little area up a little bit more. And if you look at, especially in our Mary Kay pictures, among the speakers and the women that are on stage or that are at our website doing presentations, you'll always notice that they have a little bit of brightness, like a brightness of a triangle right under their eye. That's exactly how they've done it, just to brighten that whole space up. They're super simple, super easy. The other thing that I do, again, is I already have it on this side of my lip. I have a little bit of the concealer on the lip, and the concealer has a little bit of built-in primer on it. So I put a little bit on the lip line and then a little bit on the lip. And this just preps the line so that when you put your lip liner on, it really stays put. Even though there's built-in lip liner primer in our lip liner because it's waterproof lip liner, I like to do this extra step. Okay, so now my next step after I've got my cheeks on both sides and I'm happy with how that looks, maybe I want to add just a little bit more blush. If it looks like my blush got a little bit too washed out, tap a little bit more of that on. Because you want to have your blush on right on the apples of your cheeks. So the guideline is basically from the line of your nose, nostrils to your ears. Your blush shouldn't come below that. Shouldn't come closer than 2 fingers from the outside of your nose. So there's just this little spot right here. If you smile, it's going to be like that little fat bump on your cheeks. That's it. Just a little push right there. Okay, now let's go on to our lip liner. So today I'm using Berry Lip Liner because I'm going to be using the lip oil over that. So I've already got my concealer on, or yeah, my concealer on my lips. I'm going to start at the center and just make a little X on the lip line. This was one thing I figured you might as well see both sides of it at once. And if your lips are thinner on the top, you can make that line to the little outside corner. On the bottom, you want to draw a line right in the center. And then go to each outside corner. And then color. Now see how this is a little bit of a oops over here? I'm going to pick that up first with my finger and rewrite that. You notice that when you look at the lips, it looks like one side's a little bit droopier versus the other. So I'm going to still pick that line up. Maybe I'm going to put a little bit of concealer right there. There we go. Now I'm going to color in my upper lip. For camera, I always like to go with a bolder lip because I think it just shows up better. How do you know what color lip liner to go with your lips? My recommendation is to hold it up to your lip. And if it's the one that matches your natural lip color, that's your natural lip liner color. But if you want to go to a red or a berry, go bold, go big, try it and see. It's just a little extra step because you want to make sure you got the primer on so nothing leaks. Yep. Looks like it's very balanced, doesn't it? And if all I wanted to do was put on clear over this, or even some lip balm over this, boom, I'd be all set. But I'm going to put on my lip oil. This is really nice. I like this a lot. And the berry lip liner is a perfect match for this berry lip oil. Perfect. Now, we have the outside of our lips and we have the inside of our lips. So you ever notice how sometimes some people get lipstick on their lips? I mean, on their teeth? Like, how do you prevent that one? Here you go. That's it. So simple. You just remove that inside edge of lipstick or lip liner that would normally be on your teeth. So that took care of our cheeks with our foundation powder, our silking setting powder, translucent loose powder, our blush, our contour, and you could use highlighter in here too. I don't have any with me today. And then our waterproof lip liner along with our lip color. And of course you could use lipstick and paint that on with a brush and then put lip gloss over that. I just chose to go with the lip oil today. So that's that. And then our next step will be eyebrows and our eyeshadows. Okay, be back in